Hanumana is a great character in our being. And he runs all the way from Swadhisthana to your brain. And he supplies all the necessary guidance we need in our futuristic planning or in our mental activities. He gives us guidance and protection. It is very surprising how a deity like Sri Hanumana, who is an eternal child, because he was like a monkey, his head was that of a monkey, if not of an elephant. So he was an eternal child, and he was the one who was used to run the right side of human beings. He was told that you must control the sun to begin with. He has to control the sun, that the sun in the people, if there is too much sun, then he must try to control it and make it cooler or smoother. So he was a child after all. So as soon he was born, when he knew that he has to look after the sun, he said, why not eat it off? So he ran up the Virata's body and ate up the Surya. There he had to be told, no, you have to control him. You don't have to put him inside your stomach. Because he thought that this sun will be controlled better if he has it in his own stomach. So the beauty of his character is that he is a child. And the child-like behavior of Sri Hanumana has to control the right side. By the time he grew up, he got now 9 siddhis, Navadha siddhis. 9 siddhis he got. These siddhis are like this, that he could become big, he could become so heavy that nobody could lift him, he could become so sukshmana that nobody could see him, he could become so subtle that nobody could see him. There are 9 siddhis that he got. So a person who has got the right side too much in him, he controls him with these 9 siddhis. Now, how will he control a man who is running very fast in his life? What he does is to control his movement. He makes him in such a way that he has to put down his speed. He makes his feet very heavy. Now he can't do that much. Or he makes his hands very heavy. So the person cannot work very much with his hands. So he can give a tremendous kind of a lethargic heaviness to a person who is a very right-sided person. He has got another siddhis, which are very interesting, is that he can extend he doesn't have many weapons. He has only one gada in his hand. And he can extend his tail to any extent. And he can handle people with his tails. He does not have to use his hand. Sitting down here, he can put the tail around anywhere. If he wants, he can just make a mountain of his tail and sit on that. Like he has all these monkey tricks, as you call them, you see. And all these things he has within himself is to control a person who is extremely right-sided, to begin with. Then he can fly in the air. Just He doesn't have any wings, but he can just fly in the air. That means he can become so big that the amount of air he displaces has a much more weight than his own weight. Just the same principle Archimedes, if you know the Archimedes principle. That he becomes so big that his body starts floating in the air. Like a boat, you see, you can call it. And he can fly in the air. And by flying in the air, he can carry the message from one to another through the ether. Now the shuttle of the ether that we have is under the command of Sri Hanumana. He is the one who controls or is the lord of this ether, the shuttle of the ether, or say the causal of the ether. And through it, it communicates. All the communications that you find, like we have within ourselves also ductless glands, which a pituitary is using ductless glands, is through Hanumana's movement. Because he can go into a nirakar, he can go into a formless state. Also the communications, for this communication that we have, maybe we can say that we have got a loudspeaker. But we have a television, we have got radios and all those things. Where we catch on to the ether anything is all the blessings of Hanumana and are available to people who are right-sided. Only the right-sided people discover these things of the space, which we call as a cordless telephone or a thing without. We have also telegraphs and where we don't use any wires. So without any connection, through the ether, he can manage. So all the ethereal connections has been done by this great engineer, Sri Hanumana. And it is so perfect, it's so perfect, that you cannot challenge it and you cannot find faults with it. Maybe your instruments may not be all right, but as far as his ethereal work is concerned, he is perfectly there. Now the scientists discover it and think that it is in the nature, but they never think, how can it be? We say something in the ether, and how is it is received on the other hand? They just take it for granted that it is so, that we say something here or we relay something on the television and it is seen the other side. But they never even think or search out how it is done, what is the way. And this is what is the work of Sri Hanumana, who has done such a beautiful network. And through that network, all these things work out. So, even on the right side, the vibrations we get in the molecules, as you know that we get molecules like sulfur dioxide. If you have the sulfur has 2 oxygen, and the oxygen goes on pulsating like that. They are isometric, symmetric type of vibrations. You all must be knowing about it. So all these things, symmetric and isometric vibrations, are created by whom? Nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to find out. Because after all, in an atom or so imagine in a molecule, that deep, who does that job? Is done by Sri Hanuman in his subtle ways. So he has another great siddhi, which we call as anima. Anima, anu means a molecule. And that means it can enter into a molecule, or Renu is the atom. It can enter into molecule or into atom. Now many scientists think that they are in the modern times they discovered the molecules. It's not so, because it's already in our old scriptures description of Anima is there, is of Anu, Renu is there. So it's already described there. He is an angel, as you know, according to Christian, we should say, according to Bible, that he is the angel called Gabriel. Now Gabriel is the one who brought the message, because he is always a messenger. So Maria has to do quite a lot with Hanumana all her life. That means Maria is the Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi being the Sita, then Radha. Hanumana has to be there to serve her. Many things which you call miracles are done by Sri Hanuman. He is the one who is the doer of miracles. He does miracles also to show how stupid you are, how foolish you are, because he is on the right side. See, he goes to the ego side. Now with the ego, a human being is always become stupid. That's, inevitable. With ego, they become so stupid, oh, what's wrong? And that's why you will find many people doing such stupid things, we can't understand why they do it. They say, what's wrong? What's wrong is that Hanumana doesn't like it, is the point. And then it recoils. When they act stupidly, it recoils. And then they know that we have done such a big mistake, or it was all stupid. So he's the one who goes like a torrential rain, or can go like a very speedy tempest and destroy things. So he works out all these things through his electromagnetic forces. So all the matter is under his control. All the matter is under his control. And he's the one who creates rain for you, who creates sun for you, he creates breeze for you. Everything he works out so beautifully, and nobody even knows that it is Sri Hanumana who has done it, and we should thank Sri Hanumana all the time. So may God bless you.
Bhajalo ji Hanuman, Bhajalo ji Hanuman, Bhajalo ji Hanuman, Bhajalo ji Hanuman.